Hello, everyone. This is Joshua Blair, and you're watching Blair and Company. And today I have founder of Howze Smoke, Mr. Chris Howze. How are you today?
What's going on, brother? I'm good, man. I'm
That's
good.
good. That's good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just ask you a few simple
Okay.
questions, and you just give back your responses, and we're just gonna chop it up.
Sound good to me. Let's make it happen.
Okay, cool, cool. So for my first question, tell me what's your favorite thing about Charlotte?
Favorite thing about Charlotte? I'm a native, so a little bit of everything, honestly. From the sports world, Panthers, the Charlotte Knights now, Charlotte Hornets, a little bit of everything. Just growing up here, I experienced the downfalls and the uprising. A lot of people I speak to now who are not from here and not really kind of familiar with the areas and stuff. They just know to see how Charlotte is moving to this direction where everybody's knowing. North Carolina, Charlotte. So
Yeah.
um, everything about it, man. I love everything about the city, man. The culture, hangout spots, people I grew up with. The direction is going is great. So I love everything about it. I'm a Charlottean for sure, for sure.
So do you have like a specific place you like to hang out at?
I don't. That's the funny thing. Funny question, man. I really don't, man. I'm really kind of I'm a homebody, if that makes sense, man. I'm a little bit
Hmm.
foodie, a little bit, but it is some dope spots that's coming up in Charlotte. Each and every time I kind of learn of a new spot, I try to make it my business to go there and kind of check it out and kind of give it my stamp of proof of being a native. I feel like, hey, I got to go check it out, just see what all the hype is about.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I really don't have a favorite spot.
Or like
But
a favorite neighborhood. Do you have like a favorite neighborhood?
a favorite neighborhood, like favorite side of the city.
Yeah.
I would say metro area. Metro area. It's a little bit of everything to do uptown, man.
Hmm.
Um, Everything from shopping to eatery, great food spots. If you want to kind of just hang out and chill, they have Romeo Beard and Park there.
Yeah.
Um, Kick back and get some good footage. Like if you're into the photography, take some good pictures with your family. Or if you want to just kind of kick back and just relax and smoke your cigar, man. So yeah, man. The metro area downtown has a little bit of everything housed in one area. So every
Yeah.
epicenter is like a huge staple within the city, man, within the city itself. So it's pretty dope, man. Yeah, the uptown area, I think, yeah, it's probably the best from up between uptown and the South End. I'm kind of
South End is booming.
South End has a little bit of everything, man. South End is like a junior uptown, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. A lot of
Hmm.
Charlotteans, they know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly, exactly. So tell me just about your upbringing in Charlotte, and then just tell me about the people that influenced you to do what you're doing so far.
Okay, my upbringing in Charlotte, man. I grew up in the household. It was, both parents were there. I had an
Okay.
older brother and a younger sister. For a while, I was the youngest, but I had a younger sister that was 7 years after me. So upbringing was pretty good, man. We had, no complaints. Everything I went through in life, kind of helped me and cultivated me into the person I am today. Um, One person that kind of helped mold me into the person I am today, I would say it was the people I was around, my family. It's that saying that it takes a village to
Uh-huh.
raise a kid. That's my life, man. Everybody, I could pick a story from each and every person within my immediate family and my extended family as well that taught me something that I took and carried on my life journey, man. So um, I'll be 30 this year, man. So I know I've learned and I've seen a lot, and
Yeah.
everything that I've learned and everything that I saw, taught me something. So all those lessons and valuable, sayings and all that good stuff, man. I witnessed a good portion of it, man. So yeah, every bit of that and every person that kind of helped me is something that kind of helped and took away. So I don't have one person that really kind of
Yeah.
taught me this versus that. I took and I even my older brother, I learned from his mistakes that he made,
Hmm.
and older cousins and stuff like that. Learned from some of their mistakes as well. So even my parents, some things like being transparent. Parents, they're not the best. They're not mistake free. They made some mistakes, and I kind of learned from that too, and it kind of helped me and showed me, what way to go and what way not to go.
Most definitely, most definitely. So, do you have like a favorite like childhood memory or something that you went through that you learned from that's helping you in today?
I would say sports.
Okay.
Sports. Playing sports growing up. Played basketball. I played
Hmm.
football. I messed around a little bit with baseball and even some boxing.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, I think my main memory and within that area would be football. Playing football, little league football. Playing little league football, man. I never forget it to this day. I really enjoyed it. I think that's when my love came for the sport, you know. And I noticed that at a young age that was my niche. That was gonna be my arena, my way in, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
so I kept playing sports, you know, all through grade school and high school, and even in college I played as well, man. And that sport within itself taught me a lot of lessons for this real thing called life, man. So yeah, very gracious for that, man. There's really no really memory, no real, you know, hardcore memory that kind of I can pinpoint, man. I'm an open book, so I got chapters after chapters, bro. For real, man.
But I definitely agree with you because I feel like sports is a good way to
Yeah,
learn life lessons, especially like perseverance and
yeah,
determination, especially
yeah.
when it comes to like running a business like what you're doing
Mhm.
now with House of Smoke.
Yeah, man. And also like those little like I tell anybody, like if you get opportunity to play sports, it teaches you structure. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like for
Hmm.
example, in college we had 5 a.m. practices, and here you are, a regular college student, you want to go to all these parties Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, of course, you know it's gonna be a party. Well, not Sunday, Saturday, Friday, and Saturday, of course, it's gonna be a party or something like that. And you want to
Yeah.
be a part of it. You want to keep your social buzz going, you know, and trying to balance that, being a student athlete, it was so hard, man. But I managed to find that balance, that middle balance, man, and it helped me. Those 5 a.m. practices, knowing I got to go to sleep at this hour, and I got to be up at this hour to start the day, like no sleeps, no breaks in between. I try to get a break in between, a nap or two in between class and stuff like that, but it never worked out for me, man. I'm a social butterfly, dog. I like to see and speak
Yeah.
to people when I get opportunities. I had a lot of friends on campus and stuff like that, so yeah, man, that was one of those main things I took away to kind of help me be the person I am. You know,
Okay.
you said determination and all that. Yeah.
So switching to college. So what college did you go to?
D, Winston-Salem State University. Shout out to the
Okay.
Raiders. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
So how did going to WSSU shape you just as a person and as an entrepreneur?
Well, as a person, family oriented. Like I said, grew up, you know, mostly surrounded around family at all times. Um, WSSU was a very known HBCU, but it was extremely family oriented, if that makes sense. Like for example, all
Yes.
these events that we have, man, it's centered around us, you know, and it kind of it underlines us, and it makes us kind of stand out from all these other HBCUs, you know, no pun intended, but
Hmm.
it kind of like allows us to have our moments, man. And I remember to this day when I went into for my official visit, man, it was back in 2007,
Hmm.
and had a ball, man. Got an opportunity to kind of kick back, relax, went to a game, you know, like behind the scenes, and kind of enjoyed like the student life too, student activities and stuff too. And I
Yeah.
just saw like how everybody was just so cool with everybody, man. So I was like, oh yeah, something like this. I have to be part of something like this, man. So, and it was ironic. I had an older brother at the time. He was going there too, man. And I had family that was in the city too. So why not? You know, so that's when I sealed the deal with that. And as far as business, how it helped me structure the business, man, a lot of people that I went to school with and graduated, man, they went on to, you know, create, they tapped into those entrepreneurial vibes, man, and was allowed to kind of find what they're good at, what their passion is, what drives them, what motivates them, and they create
Hmm.
something big out of it. And I wasn't a part of it. You know, I knew my love and passion behind cigars, but at that time, that particular time when I first graduated, I didn't have no idea that I wanted to start, you know, cigar lounge. I know I wanted to jump into business somehow, some way, but
Yeah.
if that was to be retail or, you know, wholesale, my own cigar, you know, which is coming soon. Didn't know, you know, which way I wanted to take with that. So being able to kind of develop those mentors and, you know, kind of really bounce ideas off my peers and my colleagues at the time, man, was that's the reason why Winston-Salem State to me means what it does, you know?
Yeah, I definitely agree because I'm also an alum as well.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yes, most definitely. Because you definitely brought up like the family atmosphere. It was definitely for me, it was definitely a family atmosphere. Everybody felt like home. Everybody was always
Absolutely.
checking up with you regarding like the students, the professors,
Absolutely.
everybody just made sure that you were good.
Absolutely. And while I was there, I got the opportunity to kind of build some relationship with the younger class, you know? And so till this day, like they'll contact me, just checking on me, making sure, you know, how I'm doing and just to see like what's new. And they would pick my brain, you know, a little bit. And I really appreciate that. Most older people, they really don't, they kind of guard it, guard their thoughts and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and their
Mm-hmm.
intelligence, man, I'm willing to share it, man. If I know something and I know it's gonna help you, I'm willing to do that. Just like the same with me. Like I'm still to this day, I'm able to reach out to those who graduated years before me, who went there years before me, the alumnus and alumnus family, and being able to kind of and speak to them as they speak in me, you know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate that, each and every time, especially like holidays. I know a couple of alumni that have birthdays and like holiday parties and stuff like that, and they constantly invite me, reaching out, say, hey, come on by, I'm having this and that third, family gatherings, barbecues, cookouts, stuff like that. We don't really call it barbecues. Cookouts, that's it. So these cookouts and family gatherings, man, they always hit me up, invite me out there, and I love it. That's a extended part of family. And that's what Winston Stay is about, man. So shout out to SU, man.
Exactly. So you definitely said, so you played sports at Winston, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
sir.
You played football. So tell me about like your story with football at WSSU by this time.
Oh wow. So when I first got there, they had something called NCAA clearinghouse, and things didn't work out. I think my paperwork wasn't submitted in time or something like that. So I had to basically sit out the first year.
Okay.
Football. And so during that time, I was a regular student, and the same recruiting coaching staff that kind of brought me on, they left. They went out to a different school or ventured out different endeavors. And a new coaching staff came in, so I had to walk on again. They didn't know anything about me. They brought in their players, their coaches, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they knew nothing about it. So I had to go out and kind of show and prove myself again. So I earned another scholarship, and rest was history, man. We back-to-back champs. CIAA champs, who were black national champions. Man, we did it all, man. I got the hardware, I got a little bit of everything, man. Memorabilia all over the place, man. So it was a phenomenal time in my life, man. And I think honestly, if you were to talk to anybody I played with around that time, they took something that they can never sell, they can never give back, or they wouldn't want to give back. They learned a lot and were able to be cultivated and created during that time, while we were playing. So it's dope, man. It's dope.
That's good. So how did you get interested so what sparked your interest in cigars, and when did you decide that you wanted to start a business out of it?
Okay. Growing up, my father, him, his friends, and my uncles, when they came over to the house, they always smoked a cigar. And each and every time they were smoking a cigar, I always gathered something different from that conversation, that fellowship. I just saw how they out there having a good old time, laughing, reminiscing, doing all kind of things, man, memories, creating these memories. And here I am, he allowed me to, be around them and all that good stuff. So here I am kind of taking this all in. And that aroma, something about that aroma of this cigar kind of grabbed me too. I don't know if you've ever been around someone smoking a cigar, but it grabs you. It's a different aroma.
It does.
So, it's different, right? So I always said in my head, when I get of age, I'm gonna smoke me a cigar. Whenever I'm able to go purchase a cigar, because they had age stipulations, but they still do. Back then it was 18, but now
I think now it's like 21. I think
21, 21. Yeah, man. So tobacco sales, you have to be 21 years old to purchase. So when I got an opportunity to go and purchase a cigar, I called my dad and said, Dad, I'm turning 18. He's like, okay, what is it you want to do? All this good stuff. So I was like, okay, you know what I want? I want a cigar. I always told him, laughed it off, but he saw that I was serious this day.
Yeah.
So at the time I turned 18, I was up in Winston, actually. Yeah. So I called him. He wasn't there at the time. He was in Charlotte. So I called him and said, hey, today's the day. I'm looking to, go ahead to the cigar spot. I'm gonna grab a cigar. He said, you know what spot you going to? I said, no. I had to Google it up, and I found a spot, and I told him, I said, what's a good cigar to get? He told me his type. He smokes. That's why I really wanted to smoke, the kind he smoked. He smoked the Cohiba Nicaraguan Red Dot. He smoked that one. So, right? So when he smoked that cigar, I don't even know much about cigars, but that's a strong cigar. That's for a experienced cigar smoker, right? So here I am, 18 years old, never smoked a cigar in my life. So I got the cigar, purchased a cigar, they cut it up, went to that like I knew what I was doing. I smoked the cigar. It was cool. I knew the etiquette not to inhale. You can't inhale cigar. Premium cigars, you shouldn't inhale. So I didn't do that. But at the end of my sitting, it was the worst experience. I was dizzy, lightheaded, nauseated, and didn't know why. So that opened my eyes to the reason why. And I didn't want to seem like a true amateur that I was.
Yeah.
ask like, hey, this cigar is too strong. You know, they're like, get out of here, you know, that type of thing. So I didn't go and ask one of the clerks that were working at the time. I just, you know, grabbed my stuff and I left.
Yeah.
And I went back, and that kind of opened my eyes as to different types, different profiles of cigar smoking. Is different wraps behind the cigar. There's different sciences behind the actual tobacco leaf that I didn't know at the time. So
Yeah.
learning the science behind the actual cigar opened my eyes. So the next time I went to smoke a cigar, I chose one that fits my palate. And what I mean by that is everybody that smokes a cigar is smoking something different that you can tolerate. So what I'm smoking may be something extremely stronger for what you can smoke, you know,
Yeah.
for the first time. So I encourage anybody, if you're going to smoke a cigar for the first time, make sure it's fitting your palate and your palate only. So fast forward, when I started learning more about it, I graduated each and every time I chose a new cigar. And so that's what started me wanting me to kind of want to jump into the cigar business. And so that's where I am now to this day.
Okay, so basically, so when you said you graduated from it, basically, did your palate change, or is that what you're talking about?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So basically, each and every time that you smoke a cigar, your palate starts to change. And the best way I could describe it and kind of put it into a way you'll understand is thinking about it as far as alcohol. If you drink alcohol or whatever, your tolerance level changes.
Yeah.
Right? Same concept, same exact concept. A different way I can put it into perspective for you is food. When you're eating spicy food, first time you go eat a spicy, we giving a kid, a child, somebody you know who's growing into it. You never give them the hottest one. You'll give them something mild. You know,
Yeah.
They like that tangy flavor. They like that flavor. They like, okay, I like this. So they try something different. You know, each and every time you go to Buffalo Wild Wings, you try something new. You know.
Yeah.
So it's the same with cigars. You know, you start the mild, you go to the medium, and then you go to the more bold.
Okay, I got you.
Yep.
So how did Howze Smoke become what it's become now so far? So how did you get it from its beginning stages to now?
It started back in 2016.
Okay.
2016. I was at a local cigar shop here in Charlotte, and just being in that atmosphere of age and really creating my own memories, my own vibes, and my own lane.
Yeah.
It kind of opened my eyes, like something I really, really wanted to do, you know. And so what I did was I started doing more research on what it took, you know, developed a business plan behind it. And a couple of my mentors, they were able to kind of partner me with some other, you know, items and knowledge that's needed for this, what I got going on right now, right?
Yeah.
So once that took place, man, it was like it was all up from there, man. It was like, you know, birthing of a child. In 2017, I was able to, find those brands that, you know, will kind of help and it would kind of help push what I got going on. At the same time, I was able to kind of solidify and narrow down my names. Because at the time, I didn't know what I was going to name it. You know, I got this cigar adventure going on right now. What am I going to name it and what would it be? And the whole time around 2017 going into 2018, I wanted legacy. I was into that legacy thing. I wanted something that I can leave behind for my family. And I kind of help people, you know, generation after generation. So that's when I kind of wanted to incorporate who I am and where I've come from, which is, you see last name, Howze. That's my last name, Howze, Howze. And so I had like a notepad, man, front and back, man, of all kind of names of how I can incorporate that. And what I did was I had 3 close friends that I reached out to and I sent them 4 names. I said, what do you think is best? All 4 of them chose the right one, which is Howze the Smoke. And then my brother, I went to him with it. And he has, man, I tell anybody, they know him. He's like a business-minded guru. Like he knows all about all kind of aspects of business, you know. When it relates to business, he's the perfect guy to talk to. And so I was picking his brain. He didn't know much about the cigars because he didn't really smoke cigars like that. But he knows business. He's like business. So it took him maybe like 2 weeks to learn the actual cigar business. And then here we are bouncing ideas off each other. Like I go to him with this, he'll come to me with that, you know? So it was a perfect relationship and duo type of thing we had, man, when it comes to this. So 2019 is when I really got everything solidified. I was able to do the branding, create the marketing, create the partnerships with the cigar brands, and reach out to them. And I was able to make my purchases and stuff like that, man. So 2019 is when everything jumped off and it became solid. I started to create like a countdown on my Instagram page.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like inquiring, like, what is this about? What is this about? I say, just wait and see, just wait and see, wait and see. I was going to do it on my birthday, my 29th birthday. And a lot of people who go watch it, they go like, I remember that. So my 29th birthday comes and I wasn't ready. I had I was going to do a tour for my birthday. I was going to go to New York, Chicago, and DC and Houston for my birthday. I was going to do like 2 weeks. So I get away, go out and celebrate myself, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go nobody, I'm going to go be by myself. And what changed that was I got a phone call. One of my mentors contacted me, was like, hey, I'm not sure what you're doing this week, but I have this person, and that person that's going to be coming to town. Perfect opportunity to sit with them and let them know who you are. So I was like, okay, I'm there. In my head, I was like, I'm there. But little did you know, I had these trips lined up. When I hung up with him, I called the airlines. I was like, hey, I want to reschedule, the flights and stuff like that. So able to get those rescheduled and stuff like that. And that's when it all started, man. I was able to sit at this table where I knew nobody at this table. It's that saying, creating that seat at the table.
Yes.
That's what I had, that seat at the table, All I needed was an opportunity, man. All I needed was an opportunity. I was able to create those partnerships with those cigar brands. And after that, man, it was up from there, man. Up from there, I was able to purchase, and my inventory started picking up. And so right then and there, I was trying to think of the right time to really kind of debut it, and what other time was around the corner, which was homecoming for Winston State. So I went there and debuted it, man, and it was phenomenal. The support that I received was dope, man. It was, it topped the charts, man.
Yes.
That was one of those memorable moments for sure for Howze the Smoke, as well as Chris Howze,
And that's good that you were able to go and take that meeting and create those partnerships, because if you just disregarded it and just went on your trip, who knows what would have happened.
Yeah, man. That was going to kind of shut the door, so to speak. But I would say my meaning of going up there, I was going to, create some partnerships up in those cities that I named as well. That's my whole mindset. I was going to celebrate, of course, but I had some meetings lined up for those cities.
Okay.
I still have relationships with those people I was going to sit down and kind of connect with. But, if I feel like if I would have did that first, it would have kind of delayed me a little bit when it comes to starting and debuting. So I'm grateful that it did happen and turn out the way it did turn out, because who knows,
Yes.
knows, for sure.
So where you see Howze the Smoke going, like, I'm not going to even say 10 years, like 5 years from now?
5 years from now? We franchise, man. Howze the Smoke, we franchise, man. Brick and mortar, meaning we have several locations within the Carolinas. Yeah, man. We got some big things coming up in a near 6 to 8 month spectrum, man. So for sure, be sure to look out for us. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Howze the Smoke. That's the handle for both Instagram and as well as Facebook. And we have some videos on YouTube. We have a channel on YouTube that we're starting to create more content, as well as the website. Got the website kicking up. But whenever that time frame comes, that's where I want to be. I want to have the multiple locations within the Carolinas. Definitely one in Charlotte, because it's a staple. It's where it began. That's where it all started. Is together here.
Yes.
And as well as I will have my own blend of cigars as well around that time. So that's what I'm really working on too now, man. I don't want to share too much on that, but that's what I'm really working on. A few months ago, I got an opportunity to go to Mexico, and I met with a blender that was there. And I can't really say, who and what part of Mexico, but yeah, it was phenomenal, man. So that created some good stuff, man. Some good steps, for Howze the Smoke. So 5 years, man, we rocking and rolling. We're not stopping. Just like this thing got going on right now,
Yes.
It's not stopping.
Exactly. I'm excited for you. I'm really excited for you, just to see just how much it's grown and how people are responding to it.
Me too, man. Attitude of gratitude, brother. Attitude of gratitude. It's great, man. I don't take no shortcomings of it, man. I enjoy this ride. I know as it keeps going, it reminds me of on an elevator or an escalator or even a plane, man. Just like, it's different levels, like taking off. I think of you on the ground level, you're in the elevator. You take off, you're on floor 1, floor 2, door's gonna open up. You're gonna be able to go out, be able to jump back in the same elevator, continue going up. So that's what I take. That's how I compare where we're going and how things are looking compared to life. Like it's an elevator, man. We continue to go on. We learn something new. We gather what we learn, and we're taking it and going up. Keep going.
Exactly. And that's crazy that you kind of explained it that way, because it goes into my next question. Just ever since we've been in this coronavirus pandemic, what have you learned about yourself that you didn't know before? Or what strengths or weaknesses did you know about yourself just being in this period?
This may be a strength for certain people, but for me, I noticed it as a weakness. I only had one speed of go full throttle, And with that, I learned that I always came to a hard stop sooner than later, So during this time, I'm getting a lot of time. Everybody who's been checking on me and stuff like that, I let them know, hey, this is the time, I'm not sure about anybody. This is moments that we all prayed for, This is moments we prayed for, we cried for, we talked to God for, and I hate to say it like the way it came, but these are the things that we always spoke. I'm a firm believer of affirmation, and speaking to the atmosphere. So to me, coming back to me, this is something that I prayed for. I wanted more time to kind of dedicate it towards Howze Smoke, and kind of more time to kind of think and gather myself. As far as what's next, what can I do to better this brand? What can I do to better Howze Smoke? What can I do to better in imprinting ourselves in the cigar industry? And man, I lie to you not, man. After everything kind of came to like a standstill, I've been able to think, been able to move a lot smoother, able to add more things when it pertains to Howze Smoke. Like for example, we did the website launch. People that know me, I've been working on this thing for the last 3-4 months, and it's always been like coming to a hard stop, But now, being that we don't have this, we have more time on our hands, I've been able to kind of put that in perspective. And that's when I was able to kind of put all those thoughts, all those notes, all those ideas, and all those things that I kind of came up with, I put it into, Howze Smoke, which, allowed us to kind of broadcast our website that we have now, www.howzesmoke.com. Check us out, man. Online sales, and we ship to you. We got you, man. Actually got a promo coming up for next month, man. It will be buy two, get two, or something like that. Just make sure you keep in contact with us on the actual Instagram page and Facebook. We'll be sending out notifications and all that good stuff.
Most definitely. So where can we, like I know you said it before, but where can we find you again on social media?
For both Instagram and Facebook is Howze Smoke. Howze Smoke. And it's all together, and we'll be there, man, for sure. You'll see us. You'll see the logo. We'll be there.
And also, if say for instance, if somebody's having an event and they want to book you for an event, where should we get in contact? The same thing?
Absolutely. Actually, in the bio is my website. At the very bottom, if you scroll down, it's a contact button that's going to pop up. Insert your information there, and we'll get back. We got staff members that get back to you within 12 hours. Things be kind of rocky. 12 hours, man. If not, you can contact me directly, Chris@howzesmoke.com. That's Chris@howzesmoke.com.
Okay, got you. And last, and my last question: what advice would you want to give someone who wants to do or who wants to start up a business, but they don't have like the support from family and friends? What advice would you want to give?
I would tell them just to believe not only in yourself, but believe in what you're doing and what you want to do it for. A lot of people jump out there just for the money and the financial, increase that it brings. And it's, not always about that. You can ask any entrepreneur, it's going to be an uphill and downhill slope every other day, sometimes every other hour. You never know. So don't allow that to deter you. Continue to be determined, one step at the other. Everybody says plan B, but make this your plan A, so you want to look back. Put all if this is something you really want to do, not even with cigars, if it's with something else. You want to be a sneaker sales. If you want to be sneaker sales and jump into that with retail, put all your eggs in one basket. Research, find you a mentor. I found this very valuable. Find you a mentor, someone that you can really, really, truly kind of depend on. They don't have to be in that same field as you, but they have, some kind of expertise as to what you're trying to do. Like, for example, if somebody, like one of my mentors is in retail, they have their own online boutiques, you know, and I really kind of reach out to them. We have questions, and your friends. Make sure that your friends are your real friends. You know, a lot of people try to jump on at the end of the time when you got like an increase, and then when you're having that decrease, you look around and you're not there. Those not your friends. So try to find somebody that you can really truly depend on, and kind of they're gonna tell you the truth. Like if you having some terrible ideas come through them, and they're telling you no, believe that no, scratch it off. You know, it's gonna be okay, and just start fresh. You know, but definitely don't give up. If it's something that you truly believe in, is a reason why that means you're called. You know, so I feel like go for it.
Most definitely, most definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. My name, like I said before, my name is Joshua Blair, and you're watching Blair and Company. And I would like to thank Mr. Chris Howze for being on the show today. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir. Appreciate you, man, for sure.
Thank you, and we'll check you. We'll talk to you later. Thank you so much.
Sounds good, man. Take it easy, bro.
Okay.